Hello everyone. In this video we'll take a look at the most commonly misspelled words, 25 of them, which may appear in your CLAT examination. So the first word, accommodation. So the key to remembering this word is to understand or to have an idea that it's big enough to accommodate 2 C's and 2 M's. This is the way I remember it. It's big enough to accommodate 2 C's and 2 M's. The next word, maneuver. The most confusing part of this word is the second part of the sentence. So it's important that you divide the word here. So just divide it into M-A-N-O-E. That becomes the first part. And U-V-R-E forms the second part of the word. The next one, chauffeur. Just divide the word into 2 parts. C-H-A-U-F-F-E-U-R will become the word. The next one, consensus. One of the most frequently asked questions in many exams. So the key to remembering consensus is to remember that there's only one C in the word. So by understanding or remembering the key elements of a word, it becomes easier for you to solve the questions. Next one, concede. The key to remember this word is to remember that there's no double E followed by D, but it's C-E-D-E. Most of us make this mistake of writing concede as C-double-E-D. Important that you remember it's C-O-N-C-E-D-E. The etymology of the word seed, meaning to yield. The next one, miscellaneous. So the key to remembering such words is to break it down into smaller parts so that the brain is more receptive to these words. So it's M-I-S-C-E-double-L and A-N-E-O-U-S. The importance of breaking down is so important for the brain to remember such words. The next word, the question that most frequently comes to our mind is whether it's R-E-C-E or R-E-C-I. So the oft quoted or usually used key trick is to remember that when there is a C, there is an E. So when it's receive, it's R-E-C-E, not R-E-C-I. For example, believe, there's no C around, so it's B-L-I-E-V-E. The next one, assassination. The key to remember this word is that there is 2 double S's in the word. So by remembering such small elements in a word, you can solve your questions more easily, because instead of, you can spend time on other more important parts. So instead of having to look at all the 4 options and trying to figure out which one is the correct one. So if you know that there are 4 S's in assassination, you look for 4 S's and finish off this question, instead of trying to use your unconscious mind to come into play and determine the spelling of the word. The next one, supersede. The key here is there's no C but there's S for seed. S-E-D is supersede. Just remember this, there are 2 S's in the word. The next one, occurrence. The key element here is to remember that there are 2 C's and 2 R's. So if you remember these small things, it'll be easy for you to answer your questions. So instead of looking at all the 4 options and seeing which one looks right, you might just see that, look, 1 C is missing, so this is out of the question. So that's how you deal with these questions. The next one, embarrass. The key here is to remember that there's 2 R's and 2 S's in the question, in the word. Just remember these small parts in the word. Harassment. There's only 1 R. It's as simple as that. In contrast to the previous word, embarrass, it's embar and riss. This word is harassment. There's no harassment. So it's 1 word, harassment. The next one, tomorrow. Divide the word into 2 halves. To plus morrow. Morrow being the Old English usage of tomorrow. That's divided into 2 and morrow. Psychology. So the important part here to remember is that it's S-Y and not Y-S. Even I've made this mistake of writing it as Y-S, but it's psy. So it's psychology. P. Most of us might know that it's P, but the next mistake that comes is whether it's Y-S or S-Y. So psy. Just remember psychology. Pusillanimous, meaning a person who doesn't have courage. So there's only 1 S and 2 L's. Just remember the word, it might turn up in your examinations. These are kind of words, if you want to look for other spellings as well, the most frequently asked spellings are those words which have a repetitive letter within them. One of the most favorite areas of all examiners. The next one, dilemma. So for dilemma, just keep it simple. It's D-I-L-E-E-M-M-A. Just remember this, it's E-M-M-N-A. The next one, recommend. Just divide the word into re and commend. You know the spelling of the word commendable, so it becomes easier for us to remember. This is how I remember it. Re and commend. R-E-C-O-M-M-E-N-D. So paraphernalia. It's para, P-A-R-A, common usage. It's not phernalia, it's phernalia. The common miscellaneous items that we use. It's phernalia. The next one, onomatopoeia. See, onomatopo is fine, but the problem comes with the last part of the sentence. So remember, just remember by listening to it, it's E-I-A. O-N-O-M-A-T-O-P-O-E-I-A. It's like word like cuckoo, associated with the sound so created by the word. Arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. So just remember the word, just keep in mind the spelling. A-R-A-C-H-N-O, phobia. Phobia is remembered. Just remember the first part, arachnophobia, arachno. Next one, surveillance. Just break down the word. It's SUR plus veil plus lens. The key to remember that there's no E first of all. There's two L's here. It's veil and then lens. Two different words. Hierarchy. Just remember that there's not air to have EIR in place. So remember that's H-I-E-R. The rest of the word is simple. Just remember it's I-E. Next one, sacrilegious. The mistake that we make here is we tend to write E after R here. We tend to treat it as sacrilegious. It's not sacrilegious, it's not religious, it's just sacrilegious. The rest of the word, last part of the word remaining same. And remember it's R-I-L. Next one, vacuum. Most commonly made mistake. We do not write two U's and we may end up writing two C's. So remember it's only one C and two U's. So the last word, exceed. Remember that it's C-E-E-and-D. Just remember these kind of words which may end up coming in your CLAT examinations. So to give you a tip, it's not as easy as it sounds. You might consider it very forthcoming or very easy for you, but remember that they are going to give you 4 options in the examination and it's going to be very confusing. So just kind of break it down into smaller parts so that you look for mistakes within the word itself. That's all folks, take care.